Morning, everybody. Adam here again for Nice Guys Prospecting. Well, almost just fell. Starting the video off well. Either way, this morning I'm here on the wild Ammonoosuc. Here for about 3 days, and where we are, it's like a little island, you could say, in the middle of the wild Ammonoosuc, up the Kangamangas, Route 112, I believe. Regardless, give you a quick look around. As you can see, the bank is coming, or the river is coming from our right to left. And I'm walking up and down what's an island. On the other side of these bushes and grass here is the other side of the river. Where Dave is, way down there. Here is Dave, giving a good wave. That's where the Y starts. So the last time we were here, we were working where Dave's sitting there right now. So he's gonna do some pans over there, see if there's anything left. And I'm just doing a little prospecting, looking around. But as you can see, this time of year, any kind of good looking rock has been dug up. So, I'm going to give a good looking around. Oh yeah, here we go again. Hole after hole after hole. Try to find a spot that hasn't been prospected this year. It's looking like it might be a difficult task. But hey, that's what prospecting's all about. It's about the hunt for the gold, especially in New England. It's not really about making money. It's about how good are you at finding the gold that's kicking around. If anyone's not familiar with the wild Ammonoosuc, it's more or less a flood gold area. I've heard that there is some signs of lode gold. There is a lot of luggy looking quartz kicking around. See if I can find a good piece for you. But regardless, you know, I would definitely say the wild Ammonoosuc so far for New England rivers is my favorite. I've never come here and not seen something in the pan. So, hence why I'm here again. And, well, here we go again. Another spot I want. Yeah, she's been dug. So, let me get a better look around and try to see if I can find a spot to start doing some panning. And we'll get back at you. Okay. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Patriots are playing right now. Beating the Saints, of course. Well, I hope so, in the end. But either way, here's Dave down here, doing some panning. And I've been, I was panning. And then I decided, let me try the adventure sluice. I've had this thing for a while. I haven't used it yet. So, right at the moment it's crooked. I just panned it back out. But I was actually kind of impressed. It seems a little silly, small sized and whatnot. But compared to the panning, I'm getting a lot more finer golds if I run it through the adventure sluice instead of just panning with the gold trap. So, I'm going to throw some more dirt through that sluice and show you what we get now that I know it's working. Until then, we'll get back at you. Hi, Dave. Let me show you what we're doing here. We got the adventure sluice. Not for nothing. I kind of thought that thing was a joke. I've used it once. It works very well. So, just for the hell of it, we got our backyard high banker, you could say. Got about an 1/8 inch classifier here, or let's say number 5. And what I'm doing is just taking some material out of my pan. Obviously not that thing. And just throwing it through my little screen here. And letting it go down the adventure sluice. Couple rocks left over. And as silly as this looks, it's actually working. It's not exactly ideal. You know, the sluice is kind of small. It's a slow way of doing things. But it's kind of a slow day. And once again, you know, we're not here to make money. We're just here to relax and have fun. And I like to play with equipment, so this is kind of, you know, it's a good way to know your equipment. But before today, I've had this thing for about 2 months. Never bothered to use it. Thought it was just kind of like a background joke. But no, it works good. I was just panning. I was getting a fly poop here or there. And ever since I started using this, now I'm getting multiple fly poops per pan. So, try it out again, show you what we got. But let me get through this first. This is gonna take a little while. Probably set up the handyman high banker after this. But like I said, we're just kind of playing today. Boys in the sandbox, you could say. Is that gold? I might see gold. I might not. A lot of yellow rocks around here. Oh, yeah, I got my butt wet. Oh, yeah. Like Mr. Jeff Williams always says, yeah, you're gonna get wet. Okay. Wore down about an inch off my scoop this season. Interesting. Either way, we got our material through our adventure sluice. Clean it out and see what we got. I'm not exactly sure what the specific way of cleaning this out is, but I'm just gonna flush it out backwards. I'm assuming that'd be correct. Cleans itself out pretty easy. And this is what we got left for material. Not much. Pretty impressive. And hopefully we got something in it to show you. Quite a lot of garnet. Good looking guy. Well, of course, not as much as the last one I did, but there's a fly poop there, a fly poop there, fly poop there. 1, 2, 3, and I just washed another one. At least 4 fly poops. But the funny thing is, well, what we're basically doing is just trying to test out the adventure sluice. And I'm impressed. It works down to the finest gold. Dirt on my face. Works down to the finest gold. So, for 20 bucks or whatever the hell that was at Bass Pro, she's worth grabbing. Quite light, easy to use. And if you're in one of those states that has the off seasons for high banking, adventure sluice, not bad. You can almost fit it in your pocket. But I'm gonna throw that in my bucket of cons, or our bucket of cons. Dave there behind the phone. We're gonna sluice that later back over at Twin River Campground once we fill it up. So once again, we'll get back at you. Hold this way. Hey, look, come here for a second. Check out this bad boy. Woo! Coming towards my foot. He's a big one. I'll sacrifice my fingers so you can see him. Whoa! Holy cow. Oh yeah. Plenty of wildlife out here. The fun kind too. Little splish splash. Take a bath. What are we doing with a Lowe's bucket? Lowe's blows. Home Depot, way better. Especially if you're an electrician, don't bother going to Lowe's. They just don't have what you need. You want 3/4 connectors? They'll have like 3/8, ½ inch. No 3/4. Don't bother. Don't bother. All right, as you see, back at Twin River Campground. Get the handyman high banker all set up, sluice it away. In the bucket here is mostly cons, but before I left, I filled it to the top with where we were digging. Dave and I found plenty of fly poops today. I think it was actually Dave who found the biggest flake of the day, or the only flake of the day so far. So I threw a bunch on top, and we don't know what's in the top pot. But we're hoping maybe another flake or two. So we're gonna get this one through and we'll get back at it. Alright, we're about halfway through the bucket, still sluicing away here. Not exactly set up for circulating sluice, but handyman high banker doesn't do a bad job. Kind of catching our heavies down the bottom here, going through the bucket. I should have a catch bucket so the pump's not sucking up all the sand, but we didn't bring one. Typical Dave and I, forget at least one thing. I'd like to redesign the top here since everything's all handmade and whatnot. Things seem to get caught here a little too easily. I'd like to maybe put a piece of aluminum with slits in it, similar to the Gold Fox high banker, where it will slide off instead of getting caught so much. This works pretty good, but every once in a while you gotta pick the rocks up. Not too bad. You see anything in there, Dick? What really would have been nice is if I classified before I filled the bucket. But I already put the classifier away before I decided to fill the bucket. So yeah, we got rocks the size of my fist trying to go through the 4-5 banker. All right, we're all set. Ran the bucket through. Been letting it flush out for just a minute there. We're gonna shut her down. We're gonna take a look in the top mat, indicator mat, whatever you want to call it, and hopefully we got something in there. As you can see, like always, handyman high banker, easy as pie. What do you think, Dave? See anything? Anything right off the bat there? A whole lot of glare. Well, actually, I can see a little piece in there. It's a lot of garnets covering everything.
Yeah.
Anything in the back?
Use a light.
Well, Dave and I are going to get that in a pan. Check it out. Now, flip it over. Take off the washing head. Fire up a pump. Up a little higher than I remember. Make sure that indicator mat gets a good looking. And we'll get that in a pan. Either way, if I just kind of run my finger through any of this black sand, there's gold in it. So, we need to classify and get down to the nitty-gritty. Because when everything's the same size, gold always wins. Oh, hello there. It's day 2, wild Ammonoosuc. Got the handyman high banker up. We've been digging right there, making a big hole. Was quite a few big rocks on top of it. Got about a half a bucket of cons. Gonna run it through and basically do a mega test pan. I did a test pan. Saw a fly pooper too. Hopefully you'll find a picture today. Weather's not as nice as yesterday, no sun. It's like 51 degrees. But you warm up once you start moving. Your hands don't though. Hands are pretty dang cold. Winter prospecting is going to be fun. Never prospected in the winter. It's going to be great. My hands are already cold. It's not even November. We're gonna run this through. Take a look inside the indicator mat in a minute. Get back at you. We be sluicing. It's nice sluicing with clean river water instead of recirculating all the dirty stuff. Runs much nicer. Let's take a look. There's definitely a nice one sitting there. Take that piece all day. Well, using the bilge pump, suck the water out of the hole there. Something to fill up slowly. That definitely helps out, especially when you get a nice box like that to control it. But we're still digging. On to bucket 3. Well, it's getting kind of late in the day. This is the hole I've been working on. Got about 2 flakes out of there. Decent sized flakes. A couple fly poops. Not as much as I really wanted to. Got quite the disaster zone going on here that we got to clean up. But I decided before I go, take a look in here again. And so far, I got another flake just out behind that bush there. So I'm going to do a little more digging. See if I can get a little more gold before I go. Not much going on in there, unfortunately. Didn't get much out of that. Or up out of there. But we're still here. Still going at it. Lucked out though. It's supposed to rain today. No rain. Mid-50s. It did get kind of windy, but now it went away. Not a bad night for prospecting. Well, it's getting pretty dang late now. Not finding much over here. Pretty picked over this time of year. So the 2 big winning flakes of the day would be these 2. Not too bad. A little smaller one right above it. Still got a little bit of cons to go through. There's some fly poops in there. All in all, not a bad day. Weather held out. Any day on the river is a good day. I'm not worried about it. But now, the monotonous task of cleaning up. Filling all these holes. Alright, it's considerably late now. It's after 6 o'clock, almost 6:30 actually. Sun went down 10 minutes ago. Just gotta run over there and grab the high banker. Oh yeah, high banker. Not before I go. Oh yeah, go back up the bridge of Cherry Bithia over here. Sure I didn't forget nothing. Jumping action. Nope. Guess I could fill in my hole maybe. Alright, move that rock over real quick. Alright. Hole filled. Back across the bridge. It's the fun part about prospecting. Running around on stuff. At the end, it's kind of like a trampoline too. Definitely got some boing to it. Either way, not jumping around before I hurt myself. Just gotta bring the high banker back. Over to the car. Wow, there's looking crazy. We're gonna go out to dinner. I think the Buffalo's playing tonight. Watch some football. That'd be cool. Hopefully they lose. Make the Patriots look even better. Go Pats. But until then, This is the wild Ammonoosuc. Late at night. And we'll get back at you. Oh, gotta fill in that hole. One more hole. Gotta fill that in. And I'm out of here. Alright, this is day 3 out on the wild Ammonoosuc. Gonna be a quick one for the day. We're actually on our way home. But I had 2 empty buckets. Homer bucket, Blows bucket. So one of them filling up with quartz inclusions. I want to play detective today and find out, is there actually any load in the area? Or is everything just glacial float? Or is it load float? We will see. The other bucket, bucket number 2 for Home Depot, that I'm going to fill with more or less concentrated pay dirt. Because we'll call him Cadillac Bob. This guy, he drove a Cadillac. He's here all weekend. Made this mega trench down and around the corner. So, obviously he was finding something. He's already got the hole dug. Not filled in, of course. It's pretty big. I don't know how you fill it in. But, yeah, I'm going to take some pay dirt down the bottom there and see what he was looking at. So, we'll get back at you once again. Well, give you a quick look at what we're doing today. Show you what Cadillac Bob. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gotta watch where you're going. Show you what Cadillac Bob was up to over the weekend. This guy was digging all the way out here, around the corner, and right here. Very interesting. As you can see, once again, it's kind of a gloomy day. Drizzling a little bit. I'd say it's, I don't know, a little over 50 degrees. Not too bad once you stop moving around. But, like usual, we're going to start digging, see what we find, and find something good, we're going to show it to you. If not, well, regardless, we're going to show you what we didn't find. Regardless, we're going to show you something. Stick in there. Right, I got my bucket of cons. I got my bucket of rock inclusions. I'm going to do one more final pan for the Ammonoosuc season. And I'm back down to Massachusetts and start sluicing and editing and things so I can make this video. But, kind of a sad day. This is the last day of the season for the Ammonoosuc. Well, this area anyway, because it belongs to the campground. Last look at the season. See Cadillac Bob's little dredge going on here. But alright, we got twin 60 to 80 pound buckets to bring up to the car. At least it ain't that far this time. Alright, get back at it. It's a better look at the situation. See where he was dredging up in there and whatnot. So what I just did was go to the head of what he was digging there. So that's the beginning of an inside bend almost. And kind of just scraped off of where he ended off, as well as picking up a whole bunch of rock inclusions. So we're gonna get those home and see what we got inside. Just too bad saying bye to the Ammonoosuc for the season. Gotta say, definitely my favorite gold bearing river in New England. It's been good to me. We're back in the gold room. I just got finished sluicing away the last bucket of cons that we grabbed on day 3 on the wild Ammonoosuc. But before we check that up, this is the gold from the snuffer bottle. This is the first 2 days of prospecting. The 4 smaller ones from the first day. And the 2 bigger ones are from the second day. Not too bad. But let's check out what that 1/2 a bucket of cons got us. Not too shabby. So this is what we had in the bucket at the end of Cadillac Bob's trench he had going on there. He was definitely on a pay streak. Now you'll notice a lot of this gold is covered in mercury. So apparently there's a little bit of a mercury issue in the water there. I found out the hard way and left my gold hanging out together overnight, and the gold and the mercury tend to mix with each other. So a lot of the gold that hadn't touched mercury has now touched mercury and is now covered in mercury. I found this out before and kind of forgot. Let's see if you can see it. On this piece here, never had mercury on it. And I started playing with things. Yep, you can see right on the tip here. I don't know if I can get my finger in the right spot. Yep, right on the tip there. There's some mercury on that one. That was never there until I started playing with the electric gold pan and things. That piece found some mercury. So I got some cleaning and things to do with this gold. But all in all, pretty good trip. Not too bad. Got that gold there, and still got the other gold on top over here. Here we go. All in all, not a bad trip. Can't complain with that one. For the last trip of the season for Twin River Campground, can't complain. I might actually have weighable gold this time. We'll find out later once I separate some things and dry it out and whatnot. Well, like always, I got all kinds of things I got to clean up around here. Put things away. But, like every YouTuber says, the dreaded things. Please like, share, subscribe. Hey, you can leave a comment. Tell me what you don't like. You don't like me. Whatever. Helps build the channel. But until then, until next time anyway, this is Adam, the Nice Guys Prospecting. Thanks for watching.